I am Riley from Inside Out. Riley from Inside Out is me, okay?
2020 vision, city girls winning, copping us bullshit. Bitch, we winning.
Listen, and I'm not talking about the new one. I have no idea what happens in the new one yet. But like, I know like from the first one. I remember when I first watched the first one, I was like, oh Jesus Christ. I relate to this girl so freaking hard. Oh my God. But before we get into that, hi, I'm Frilly. Welcome in or welcome back to the channel of the girl who yaps, amongst other things. But for today's video specifically, I am going to be yapping, okay? Like, I just wanted to talk about the new Inside Out movie. And like, not the new one, the first one, the first Inside Out movie. And how watching it, I just felt so like, you know how like kids movies are made for kids, but like not, you know what I mean? Like I remember watching it and being like, I feel like such a deep connection to this character, and I do not understand why. Like I feel like I just know her. Like I feel like I am her. And the thing is, because you know how the entire premise of the movie is that like, you know, like you can't have real joy without experiencing other emotions. Like you need to have sadness in order to know what joy is. Like that's like supposed to be like the underlying theme of the movie, which true, but I feel like there's so much more. There's so much more, and it's why I connect to it, right? First of all, if you don't know what Inside Out is, it's like basically it's like this little girl, her name's Riley, and she has like these different emotions going on in her head, right? She has like happiness, she has fear, she has anger, she has disgust and whatever, and she has sadness or whatever. And all these emotions are like directing how she acts throughout life, you know what I mean? Like if she like smells broccoli and like broccoli's disgusting, disgust is like ew, like push that away, you know what I mean? But like if she sees something that she really likes or whatever, and she's like, oh my God, I love this, I'm so happy, and she asks her parents for it, and her parents are like, no, you can't have that. Boom, here comes anger. Anger is driving the car now. Anger is taking the lead because how dare you tell me I can't get what I want to get, you know what I mean? So like she's like a little kid, but like all these emotions are in her head, right? And like the entire thing is basically like happiness is the primary emotion that she has. She has like a very happy childhood, and happiness, that the character that is happiness, is she's just running stuff. She's running stuff. And Riley, as a character, is going through something like really just sad in life or whatever. Like she's moved away from like where she like grew up in, and she has no friends in this area, and like all of the things that she's used to, she's not seeing them anymore. Like she's nervous, all of these things that she's just not used to. She's experiencing this stuff, right? And Joy, the Joy character is like, okay, like, but it's fine. Like she's trying to like put a spin on everything. She's trying to be like, no, like I know this like kind of sucks, but like it also doesn't have to suck, because like let's just think of the bright side of like everything, right? And sadness wants to take over, and Joy is like calm down, like this is not for you. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to just be sad over there in that little corner, but you're not supposed to be guiding Riley right now. Like I'm supposed to be like doing that, right? And so essentially like it's showing you that she keeps stifling these other emotions in order to just feel happy, and that ultimately leads to her starting to feel nothing. Like it's just like she should be feeling sad, she should be feeling angry, she should be feeling hurt, you know, because of this move. She should be allowing herself to experience these things, and she's just not, you know what I mean? And so I remember watching this movie and being like, oh my God, this reminds me so much of little me, especially teenage me, because the most depressed I have ever been in my life was when I was a teenager, and I feel like I was feeling like so much of what Riley felt in the Inside Out movie, right? So like just to like let you know like more about me, I have always been the happy kid. Like Riley, like I've always been like a happy girl. Like if you saw me like when I was in school and stuff, like in elementary school, middle school, high school, like I was always a happy girl. Like a friend of mine actually sent me our class picture from like 5th grade, and you just see me in the middle of everybody just like just like I'm so happy, like oh my God, I'm so happy for like everything. And even when I was in high school and stuff like that, like I remember like whenever it was like 7 o'clock in the morning and everybody was just like, oh my God, like life just sucks, like why did I have to wake up this morning, it's so early, like whatever. I was like, but guys, the sun's shining, the birds are chirping.
Morning's here, the morning's here, sunshine is here, the sky is clear, the morning's here.
It's joyful, like we have to be happy or whatever, right? And so like I was always like a very just genuinely like happy person. Like that's always been my thing, right? And even I think I've mentioned this in another one of my videos on here, like I would like to see the glass as half full, and usually people like that. People like it when someone likes to see the glass as half full, instead of like sitting and pondering and being like, oh my gosh, woe is me, life sucks, you know, sad, like boo hoo, cry for everything, you know. They like people who see the glass as half full. Like what's the positive thing? Like what's the positive side? Like what's the bright side of things? And that was constantly what I did, right? But that led to me starting to literally hate my life. Because of the fact that I was so happy all the time, I felt like it was like my duty to be happy. I felt like everyone was expecting me to be happy. And so like who would want to hear about me being sad or why I'm sad or like what's going on? So I wouldn't tell anybody when I was feeling bad. I wouldn't tell anybody when something hurt or whatever, because I felt like it was my duty to just stay happy. Like, I have to be the happy girl. I have to be the person who like puts a smile on everybody's face. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're upset right now? What do you mean you're depressed? Like, please simmer down. Like, that is not your job. That is not what you do, Furley, you know? And so like, I really wouldn't allow myself to like feel these emotions. I really wouldn't allow myself to be sad and stuff. And then another thing that I would, oh my God, I used to do this all the time. I used to be like, you know, there are other people with worse problems than I do. Like, I have parents, I have a house that I live in, and you know, I eat every day and I breathe and I'm okay. So like, do I really have the right to be sad about anything? Like, I should just suck it up. Honestly, like, I should just suck it up, because like, there are people going through worse things, you know? And also like, especially as a person who was like an American citizen, and I see like family members who are like not American citizens and are going through so much stuff, just crap, and I'm like, what right do I have to be upset about anything, really? If there are all these people that I see with lives that are much worse than mine, like, do I really have the right to be like, my life sucks, or like bad things are happening? And the answer was, oh my gosh, Furley, yes, please allow yourself to feel. Like, I would just, it was so crazy, because I had like, I think I looked it up, and there's like a name for it. It's called like smiling depression, I think. And I would go to school and I would be so happy. Like, I would go to school like, oh my God, like, hi, like, it's a great day. I love today. It's a beautiful day. Like, hi, are you good? Are you good? Hey girl, you look beautiful, girl. Everything, just bubbly, 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 happy all the time. But best believe, as soon as I got home, as soon as my head hit that pillow.
Anyway, big day tomorrow. They're picking Busy Bee. I should get some sleep.
I was crying my eyes to sleep every single night. Like, I was just sobbing, and I wouldn't allow myself to feel bad things. I wouldn't tell people about bad things. I would feel responsible for other people's joy. And so I was like, so I can't bring them down by telling them how I feel. And there was even a part in the movie where that also happened, where Riley was talking to her mom, and her mom was like, yeah, your dad is going through this change because, you know, he had to move for work. So it's our job to just be happy for him. You know what I mean? And just kind of like, you know, give him joy, because it's like all this stuff is super stressful for your dad. So like, let's just like, you know, let's like lighten his load by being happy and like being like a good sport, you know? And so that's the thing. And so like, watching this movie had me like, oh my God, like, I feel her, like, I feel Riley so deeply because of this. And it's also true, like, you can't experience true joy if you don't know what sadness is, if you don't know what fear and anger, you don't know what all these other things are, then joy is essentially kind of meaningless. It's like, you don't even know what like life is, because if you're just happy all the time, you know, you don't even know what it's like to go through trials and tribulations. Like, are you truly happy? Like, do you really know what like true happiness is? And then also like, after experiencing bad things, you tend to appreciate the happiness even more. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm getting corny, I'm getting cheesy. Ew, it's fine. But like, yeah, like whenever like you experience like bad things and stuff like that, like as soon as you get to the point when you're like actually happy, you're like, okay, this is like so much better. Whereas if you never experienced hardship, if you never experienced sadness, if you never experienced these things, like happiness would not feel as sweet. It wouldn't feel as beautiful. It wouldn't feel as like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like I feel like I love that aspect of the movie as well. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. And it's so silly because it's like, this is like a kid's movie, and just like how like this is just like, well, I mean, I feel like all kids movies, especially like Pixar, like so many of their movies have like this like deep meaning, and like, you know, as a kid, you're gonna watch it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, the colors and the characters are so funny and silly, goofy, whatever. But like as an adult, you're like, oh my God, like I'm being spoken to right now. Like, you're like, I feel this in my heart and in my spirit, like, wait. But yeah, let me know in the comments if anybody has experienced the Riley thing that I experienced, like the very much same, like happy but you like tried to avoid it kind of thing, and then it made you even more depressed kind of thing. Like, let me know if you experienced that too, because I swear to you, I still like will go to my mom, and I will go to like my best friend, and I will go to the people who were around me at that time, and I'll be like, yeah, I was literally like in the deepest pits of depression at the time, and they're like, what? Like, they're like so confused, because like I said, I was like, no, I have to be the happy person. Like, it's my job to be happy. It's not my job to be like wallowing in my self-pity or in distress. Like, it's not, like, that's not supposed to be what I do. And so I wouldn't allow myself to, and then people wouldn't even know that stuff. So you know what I mean? Like, it's like you have people around you that are there for you, that would love to like uplift you and help you when you're down, but you won't even let them know when you're down. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy. because that's me. Because exactly what Riley did in the movie, like she was like running away from home because all this was so insane. And then when she finally gets back home, and she's like, it's the first time she like goes to her parents, and she cries to them like, I am literally like so sad right now because we left home. The things that I love, the things that I used to be happy about, I don't even feel joy in doing them anymore. Like I'm not comfortable. I'm not happy. I feel very, very sad or whatever. And then her parents were like there for her. Like they were like, girl, we did not know you were experiencing this. So yeah, all this to say, Inside Out is an amazing movie. Like, it's an amazing movie, and I felt that, like, Riley girl, if you're watching this, I know you're a fictional character, but if you're watching this, like, I see you. Like, I see you and I feel you. Like, we're sisters. Like, we're twins. Like, I know what you're experiencing. But yeah, to anyone out there watching this video, it is so okay. More than okay. Matter of fact, it is the best thing you could possibly do for yourself is to just allow yourself to feel your emotions. You know what I mean? Like, if you are angry about something, be angry about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like go and like hit somebody or something, but I mean like find like healthy ways to like let it out, but please let it out. You know what I mean? You could go to a rage room and just like slam stuff around. You know what I mean? You could like write in a journal, like if that's your thing. You could cry. I love crying. I love crying. It's such a great way to like let out my anger, my frustration, just my sadness, just like, oh, like letting that out. And then like, you know, like find like a designated person that you could talk to. Like maybe that's not a family member, maybe it's like a friend. Maybe it's that one old lady that works at your school that, you know, you don't really have that much of a connection to, but you know, she'll listen to you like rant about your life. Like maybe, you know, but yeah, like find ways to like deal with your emotions, but please deal with your emotions. Like process that stuff, because it will mess up your brain if you don't know how to do that. If you don't know how to just like process things and just like let it out and everything. So yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, I said a lot of things, I said a lot of words, and I'm super excited to see the new Inside Out 2 movie I will be watching. So yeah, if you liked this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and just comment and engage and do all of the things and feel. Go out therefore and feel your freaking emotions. It's your right. It's your American right. Unless you're not American, then it's your human right. All right, catch you later. Love you, pretty. Bye.